Hey everyone, it's time to utilize the beats part of this channel's name and focus on music for this video. Space Engineers 2 soundtrack is finally available. You can get access to all 34 tracks right now by purchasing the Pioneer Edition DLC. I'm not being paid to say this, I wish I was, but I just love music, and when I first heard the demos I was blown away. While Keen Software House touched on the music briefly during live streams, I believe we need to dive deeper into just how exceptional these new tracks truly are. In this video, we'll be listening to clips of 10 randomly chosen tracks and discussing how Karel Antonín has undeniably elevated his musical mastery. As I listen to these new compositions, I'm reminded of Marek's statement about Space Engineers 2 being a reimagination of the original. This sentiment perfectly mirrors the music. It's a refined and evolved expression of the original Space Engineers soundtrack. As a musician myself, I understand that years of honing a craft can inevitably lead to a deeper mastery. This is evident in Karel's work, showcasing a profound evolution in his musical style. I recently had the wonderful opportunity to interview Karel via email. He generously shared some thoughtful responses, and I'm excited to share them with you. I'll read each of my questions and then follow with Karel's responses. Question 1. Given that Space Engineers 2 is described as a reimagination of the original, how did this concept influence your approach to composing the new soundtrack? Did you aim to capture the spirit of the original while pushing the boundaries of what was possible with the tools available to you today? Karel's response. Good question, as it was apparent from the get-go that the music for the sequel will be done in a completely different environment than the score for the first game. One of the first goals was to go back to all the music of the original game and dissect it. It was crucial to find the core of the Space Engineers sound, not to overcomplicate it. There had to be a lot of space for new elements and new themes. In the end, I found out that the most effective way to achieve that is to embrace the old school sound of the original. In addition, it felt great to be able to fully realize ideas I only hinted at 12 years ago, back when I worked on Miner Wars. The core element of dissonance between synthesizers and orchestral writing from the original is still there. But for example, where the original had Zebra synthesizer playing against 2010 sampled orchestra, this time we have a bunch of real vacuum tube Euroracks playing against 80 live players. Question 2. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced in composing for Space Engineers 2 compared to the original? Karel's response. The world of Space Engineers 2 is definitely much bigger in its scope and complexity. There are literally books worth of world building this time around, and the score needed to reflect a lot of that. The biggest challenge was to capture not just the feeling of the game now, but also what will come later, to build a solid foundation for all the additions featured in the future vertical slices. Question 3. Which track in the Space Engineers 2 soundtrack are you most proud of and why? What makes it stand out to you? Karel's response. I am most proud of the main theme, which is featured across the whole score. However, if I have to pick only one track, it would be the theme suite for the Sokol brothers. We went through a lot of iterations of this track as it needed to feature a simple, yet memorable theme that goes through different emotional beats of their character arc. I am quite happy with what we did. Question 4. How did you incorporate your influences from film composers into the Space Engineers 2 soundtrack? Karel's response. Even though I have my favorite film composers which inspired me and kind of guided the way I compose music, I wasn't trying to incorporate any of that in the score. However, I assume one can't avoid a few nods here and there, with one exemption being the astronauts' anthem. That theme gave me an opportunity to really go all out in embracing the early 90s action music, including a prominent electric guitar strumming away a bold action anthem theme. Question 5. What message or emotion do you hope players will experience through the Space Engineers 2 soundtrack? Karel's response. I hope the soundtrack gives players the license to feel the joy of creation, the thrill of exploring the unknown, and the feeling of witnessing something truly special. The same thing I felt when composing it. Now join me in listening to clips from 10 randomly chosen tracks from the soundtrack, and after each clip, I'll give my immediate thoughts. It's a clip from track 13, Something Different, and strong high lung or the game Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice vibes there. I did not expect to hear something like that on this soundtrack. Now I'm hearing all these songs for the first time, but that the chanting and the tribal beating of the drum is just it's done just so well. And it's just not something I was really expecting to hear on this soundtrack. I don't know that it completely fits. I mean, I love the music. But we'll have to see how that music will fit into the actual gameplay. That was a clip from track 6, Anthem of Astronauts, and the feeling I get, and I'm just overwhelmed by all the orchestra used in this so far, in every track I've heard so far, which is those 3 demos they posted to YouTube. And I've listened to maybe 2 or 3 tracks since I've got the Pioneer Edition, but I have not listened to this one yet, but I feel like I've accomplished something. It's just a overwhelming, like a celebratory track, and it sounds great. The orchestra pieces used, and I don't know if anybody caught any of the pictures that they posted to Facebook or Twitter. They posted pictures, which I'll share some, because Karel was kind enough to share them with me, but I have the pictures, and it just shows the orchestra when they recorded it. It was just amazing. That was a clip from track 34, The Deep Dive. Now, I've noticed a trending theme in all these tracks, and this one is extraordinary, like all the rest of them, all these orchestra pieces with the synth coming in. But the dissonance in all these tracks, because it's like a nice, beautiful melody, and then you hear those notes clash, and it makes you kind of wonder if things are as nice as they are, if something is happening malicious, or it's done extremely well in all these tracks. I've noticed that there's a hint of it in each one of these tracks, and you kind of get that with space music. People like to throw the dissonance in there. That was a clip from track 19, Welcome to the Almagest. Now, you might notice this track, or this might sound familiar to you because this was one of the tracks that was demoed on YouTube before the alpha was released. And this is still by far, from everything I've heard, or I should say, from what I've heard from the soundtrack so far, this is still my favorite. Those violins, the vocals are just perfect to me. I feel them as I'm listening to music now. I've always been passionate about music. When I listen to music, it speaks to me. So I am blown away by this track. That was a clip from track 31, Sunset over Verdure. That just makes me feel like I've landed on an alien planet or somewhere unfamiliar. It's done extremely well, especially that little brass synth in there, or it could be an actual orchestra instrument, but it sounds very synth-like to me. But it's just a very eerie feeling that has me on edge a little bit. Like, all I could picture in my mind is I literally just landed somewhere. I don't know if it's hostile, what I'm going to encounter. It is, yet again, another great track. That was track 3, the Sokol brothers. And if you heard me mention in the interview, I asked Karel which track, if he had to choose one, would be his favorite. And that's the one he chose. And I can see why. It's got a lot of elements going on. It's a very long track, and that was just a tiny clip of it. But it's got a nice little build up and a lot going on in it. It's got a lot of different feelings. Not really sure where I land on it. But it feels like it progresses through the track, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of sense of like I found something, and then more wonder. It's a very good track though. That was track 7, the Ellickites. Now, the Ellickites, I don't know who they are yet, but that track has me feeling like a fight is coming or the bad guys have just shown up and we're preparing for a fight. It is done very well with those little dropouts with the plucking sounds of like a violin. Another amazing piece. This soundtrack is just blowing me away each track, and there's so much. There's over an hour and a half of music here. That was a clip from track 10, Ode in A minor, and I love the wordplay there because it's not A minor like the note, it's A minor like a miner, like you're mining an asteroid. It's clever, and I appreciate it. Another nice piece where the strings are leading us in a, are things okay? Are they not okay? That little bit of dissonance is perfectly done. Track 8, To the Stars, and there's that little the notes that give you that little bit of hope, and then it's like, no, something's wrong. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's a masterpiece of messing with your emotion, these tracks, getting you to see, painting beautiful pictures with the music of what the scene could be happening, because as we haven't played the game with music on, and I know a lot of people don't play games with music on, but some games just have music that you want to leave on, and this feels like it's going to be one of them for me. There are fantastic pieces in here that I'm going to want to hear many times, as long as they fit within the mood of what is happening in the game. That was a clip from track 21, Patching Things Up. I love those clashing elements in the beginning. It was kind of confusing you, but not in a bad way. And then when it chilled out and all came together and you have those strings, a nice smooth feeling. It's another beautiful, I'm going to use that word way too much, but beautiful. It's a beautiful piece, a beautiful track, and that wraps it up for all the tracks. And this is just a taste. Like I said, an hour and a half of music that we're going to see in the game once things progress somewhere. I mean, some of these pieces are already in the game, but just think of them when survival, planets, all that's added, you're just flying through space and some of these tracks will come on. They're going to set the mood. And I can already hear them and see how that's going to happen, because there's some really great pieces here that are going to make me extremely immersed into the game and into the moment, and are going to tie to memories of things that happen. If what they want to happen with NPCs are making the world feel alive, there's definitely going to be, if they reach their vision, some extremely memorable moments in this game, and the music's just going to tie that all in. I touched base on this a little bit, and it's one of the first things when you go into a game. A lot of people, they go into the settings, check their settings, make sure you turn that motion blur off, because who wants to see that? And then you turn game music off. I mean, a lot of people choose it because they want to listen to their own music, and that makes sense, but people put a lot of work and effort into making the music for these games, and sometimes the music makes the game. And as long as these tracks right here mix up well with what's going on in the game, I can see myself leaving the music on. Moments where I'm expecting story or something to happen, and if this music is planned to trigger during those moments, I think it's going to fit perfectly. There are some great dark pieces here that just gives you a slight glimpse of the possibilities, and they said they're going to add more music possibly down the line. And if you want access to the full soundtrack, it's on the Pioneer Edition, which is just $15. And you get more than just the soundtrack. You get a bunch of concept art and pictures, and they're going to continually add more to this Pioneer Edition. And so once you've spent that $15, they're still going to add more content to it. So it's well worth it, especially if you support Keen and want to help the development process. It's not that much money, and it's worth more than what you're paying for. Just the music alone, over an hour and a half of beautifully composed pieces, it's well worth the money. Also, I want to say I was not paid to say any of this. I just really love music. What is your favorite song from the new soundtrack? If you'd like more content like this where I focus on the music, let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Keep an eye out for teasers coming soon for a really special project, and I'll see you in the next video.